Nearly 1,000 years after the kingdom of Bagan flourished, the dusty plains of Myanmar are filled with the densest concentration of Buddhist temples, stupas, and ruins in the world. A total of 55 kings made Bagan their seat of power. At the height of its rule, Bagan also became a religious center. King Anaurata, its 42nd king, ushered an era of religious and cultural reform, embracing Theravada Buddhism and the pursuit of knowledge. Thousands of devotees flocked to Bagan and built pagodas and temples as a sign of their reverence. My guided translator, Jojo, takes me on an enlightening journey through Bagan's architectural and religious wonders.
Jojo, this is a typical Myanmar
architecture.
The 3 steps,
3 square steps and big bell shape.
but looks very solid.
Very solid.
Unmatched in magnificence, the Swezigon Pagoda's construction was commissioned by King Anaurata himself. Its bell shape was to be the basis for most pagodas all over Myanmar. It houses one of Buddha's teeth, a very important relic. Interestingly, before Theravada Buddhism was promoted by the monarchy as the national religion, the local people worshipped guardian spirits called Nats.
They make big eyes like this.
Anybody with big eyes are always
every
spirit.
can provide the people's luck.
The king decided to assimilate this belief into Buddhism, allowing the image of Nats to be enshrined in the pagodas. From the gold-gilded Swazigon, we visited one of Bagan's magnificent brick pagodas.
The name of this temple is called Tilo Minlo. It means the king's favor and the umbrella's favor.
Stepping inside, one can see ancient mural paintings adorning the walls and ceiling of the temple. Legend has it that the king selected his successor by having them in a circle and spinning a white umbrella in the middle. Whoever it tilted to was the next king.
Yes, I want to tell you about this picture behind the Buddha's statue. So this is a Chinese traders demonstration painting from the
So
17th
the color is
century.
different, huh?
Yeah.
I see. Oh, is that an earthquake? I felt there was an earthquake.
Yes, because of earthquake.
Because I felt it.
Coincidentally, the temple was toppled over by an earthquake in 1975 and was rebuilt after. We stepped outside to admire the plaster and stone sculptures adorning the temple's brick walls.
They added molasses. These plaster were eaten by termite.
Because of the molasses.
Yeah, because of the molasses.
Curiously, some women from the Karen long-necked tribes of northern Thailand have made their way here. Moving back closer to Tharabar Gate, we visited the Ananda Temple, said to be the finest and best preserved in Bagan. The Sanskrit word Anand means very beautiful.
They say that after the Ananda temple was finished, the king had all the architects executed so that it can never be copied again.
Up to this day, the temple is maintained and whitewashed on regular basis. Inside, it has 4 Buddha images facing each direction, but the south-facing Buddha draws a lot of attention.
This is a very unusual statue of the Buddha. They say at this point, the face would be smiling. And if I moved a little bit forward, it would have a serious face. And yes, indeed, it does look a little bit more serious when you're here.
From the finest, we went to see the biggest pagoda in Bagan.
King Narathu was built this temple, but it was not complete. So here we can see the beautiful brickwork.
They say that these bricks are made so well and it's very high quality that you are unable to put a pin in between them.
Aside from the architectural merits of Bagan's numerous temples, what makes them interesting are the stories behind each structure. The locals tell many tales of ghost hauntings. King Narathu, who built the temple, murdered his own father to ascend the throne. The wicked king was also said to chop off hands of workers when he finds their work substandard. He himself was murdered before the temple was finished, which is why the Damayanji is distinct for its unfinished temple top. As the day winded down, Jojo and I decided to try one of the best ways to get around.
Well, nothing beats a 1 horsepower. It is the best way to really go around and see this place.
After a day of walking barefoot, it was nice to kick back and just take in the sights.
It's nice making stops and taking a look at all these stupas and temples. It's a fantastic view in the sunset. It's a great way to see these places on the ground.
My days in Myanmar always end by catching the sunset. And just like everyone, I find it's always worth waiting for. When we return, I continue to see Bagan and get charmed by the local life.
This is what I like. I always like food.